The disrespect continues. The disrespect continues. And if they're not careful, dump divers in the WNBA, along with their pretend friends in the mainstream media, if they are not careful, they are going to end up getting exactly what they want.
You heard that right. The WNBA is going to get what it wants. You may wonder, what do they want? More viewers? How are they going to fix it? By expanding the league. The WNBA and especially Caitlin Clark are saying that the Indiana Fever is the biggest threat. However, she wasn't supposed to be the league's poster girl. Guess what? The new teams will get to choose one player from each roster. This way, the WNBA ensures that they can gradually but surely destroy the massive machine that the Fever is becoming by forcing them to lose one or more players annually.
Now, Caitlin Clark is playing it cool. She's trying to please everyone. She's trying to keep her fan base happy. She's trying to ingratiate herself with a group of minimum wage earners that will never accept her. She is staying polite with the media, even though they constantly disrespect her. But there will come a point with Caitlin Clark when she has finally had...
If the WNBA is so intent on stopping Clark, she might simply quit the league and relocate to Europe, where she could easily make $110 times a year. Based on what she's doing now, she's doing the WNBA a favor by remaining in America. But only the W isn't acknowledging it.
The WNBA season ending for many teams, there are already so many players heading overseas to play during the off-season. But with all of the drama currently surrounding the WNBA, on top of the low-paying salaries, some of these players are questioning if they'll even
come back. So let's talk about what will occur in the off-season.
Orchestrated what they're doing. None of this is on accident. It is absolutely every bit of it is orchestrated. And it goes beyond trying to destroy Caitlin.
The 2024 season for Indiana Fever is over, but it was an interesting one to say the least. The club owes a lot to their first round because they went from being among the worst in the WNBA the previous season to making the playoffs. Option Caitlin Clark after an incredible collegiate career. Clark arrived full of energy and fulfilled her promise by winning Rookie of the Year in her first WNBA season, far outperforming the other rookies. However, she wasn't the only player to do it. Several other players contributed. Clark Aaliyah had a great backcourt partner, especially Kelsey Mitchell. Despite her best efforts, Boston starter Nalissa Smith scored double-digit points each game and had a strong presence in the paint. May more players be departing the W, and may Smith be on her way out.
During her exit interview, Storm player Gabby Williams warned the WNBA, if you want to keep international players, you need to do better. So here's what she had to say.
The W thinks that they don't have to pay us more in order for us to be here. And I think I didn't express that when I first talked about prioritization. You know, our commissioner talked about us being able to, you know, make $700,000. That's not true at all. There's not one player who makes that. And we were promised, you know, team marketing agreements and league marketing agreements, but they've fallen quite short. So it's still not enough for us international players to want to stay here. And that's a choice of the players. If I make a choice to make more money, whatever, and then the, you know, teams are mad that I don't come back, but that's how it is. So yes, it just, the WNBA, you know, if you want us to be here, you have to pay us more. It's business, it's how it works, and that's all that I mean.
Since that interview, less than a week later, Gabby is already in Istanbul, where she will be playing for the off-season. And from the sounds of this interview, it seems like she's probably going to make more money overseas in EuroLeague than she did during this WNBA season.
There will come a point with Caitlin Clark where she gets tired of the bullshit, tired of the disrespect.
It's not out of the norm for WNBA players to play during the regular season and then during their off-season play overseas. This is something that has been happening for like the entirety of the WNBA. It even went as far as to 1 year in 2015, Diana Taurasi played in Russia and did not play in the WNBA. And it was never outright stated that she didn't play in the WNBA because Russia basically put that in their contract, that if she went there, she couldn't play. But that was pretty much what everybody thought happened because Russia paid Diana Taurasi Selassie at that time $1.5 million salary to play in Russia. Now, at the time in the WNBA, the salary, like the highest salary in the league, was $107,000. So obviously that's a huge jump. Diana took that offer. She played overseas, and at that time she was also like hands down the face of the league. The WNBA was not as popular as it is now, but that was an opportunity that Diana took. And I feel like with the growing popularity of the WNBA and with players able to, you know, make money off brand deals and this and that, and their celebrity rising, there could be a world where more of these private owned EuroLeague teams, I could see some of these teams going after some of our star players in the WNBA. And if the money makes sense, if the business aspect makes sense, we could lose more players to playing overseas, like Gabby kind of alluded to here.
After months of speculation, the WNBA has finally revealed the rules for the Golden State Valkyries expansion draft, which will take place on December 6th at an unspecified time. Players migrating overseas isn't the only thing the league and the WNBA should be concerned about. Every team has a core available this summer, and a player may be set similar to a franchise tag in the NFL for up to 2 years of their career for the Fever. Golden State will be permitted to select one player from each team and one unrestricted free agent. Teams can keep 6 of their 12 players from being selected in the expansion draft because roster listings go back to the end of the 2024 season. So any player on an active roster, even unrestricted free agents, is eligible for protection in some circumstances. In exchange for a Supermax deal, Kelsey Mitchell, a UFA who can be CED, would grant Indiana exclusive bargaining rights. About 10 days prior to the expansion draft, teams are anticipated to submit protected player lists. The league will reveal who was chosen in the expansion draft instead of making the protected lists public. Only 6 players from the Valkyrie expansion squad can be protected by the Indiana Fever. At the end of the year, the WNBA will conduct an expansion draft so that the Golden State Valkyries, the league's newest team, can choose players to assist in the launch of their franchise. If the fans had their way, existing WNBA clubs could only protect up to 6 players from being selected. Many people have decided not to put Smith in their top 6, and he would not be one of them. Smith had a fantastic start, starting 37 of 40 games during the regular season, but in the postseason she lost favor with head coach Christy Sides. Smith only appeared in 13 minutes overall during the 2 playoff games the Fever played against the Connecticut Sun with the terms formally decided. Here are the players I think are protection locks for the Fever on the fence and most likely unprotected. The Fever will most likely give their first 3 protected slots to their big 3 who helped Indiana make it back to the playoffs this season. Clark will most likely play alongside a new starting forward in 2025. Protecting Mitchell in the expansion draft is the first step towards keeping her as Kelsey Mitchell's top goal this offseason. Mitchell has been the mainstay of the Fever franchise for the past 7 seasons, leading the team in scoring in all but 2 of them. In the backcourt, she and Caitlin Clark, a rookie for the Fever, click, and the team will want to keep them together. Caitlin Clark changed the hot offense into the fast-paced pace they required to win, shattering the single-season league record for assists and the rookie record for points and three-pointers made. Clark, a club mainstay, was the Fever's top scorer this season, surpassing Mitchell by 2 points. Aaliyah Boston will be the top option in 2023. Boston assisted the Fever in starting their rebuilding process by leading them to a 13-27 season in 2023 and playing a significant role in their 2024 season. The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Lexi Hull, is a menacing post presence who excels in the short roll, is a master rebounder, and fits well in the team's up-tempo system, which they started using this year. There are also some Indiana Fever players who are undecided about the WNBA expansion draft. The Fever must select 3 of the following 4 excellent servants this season. Each of these players has a strong case for protection because they have been either starters or important bench players throughout the season. I think Hull is the most likely player on this list to be protected. Her rookie contract is up in 1 season. She started the season on the bench getting little minutes and even a few DNPs, but she flourished after the Olympic break, increasing her three-point shooting from 22% to nearly 50% in 15 games and playing a great game for Indiana in the closing minutes. Under normal circumstances, Nalissa Smith's Fever would protect her. But with unrelated factors taking over the season, like Smith's outspoken criticism of the lack of touches she's received this season and her admission that she didn't contribute as much as she had hoped, I think it might be best for the two to part ways. Smith was a previous number 2 pick, so the Fever might protect her while also hoping to benefit from a trade where they could hold her for the final year of her rookie contract in 2025. Tammy Fagman. Although 3 injuries to her thumb, foot, and shoulder limited her availability to 22 regular season games, 32-year-old forward Lee has been a crucial member of the Fever, catching Clark's cross-court passes in transition. Fagel has a lot of potential as an agile forward who can spread the floor, but she must stay healthy because she is a restricted free agent, meaning the Fever could match whatever offer she gets. Dantas Dairis, another injury-plagued forward, spent almost half of the season on the suspended list because of a preseason knee injury, but she soon made her way into the rotation, giving the front court much-needed depth. Her ability to consistently make three-pointers gives the team plenty of space on the court and a boost of energy, and she still has 1 year left on her contract. These 5 players, in my opinion, are most likely to go unprotected in the expansion draft, making them available for a pick by the Valkyries. However, just because they are unprotected does not mean they will all be selected. Only 1 player from each team will be chosen. So, the majority of these players will have the chance to return to the Fever in 2025. Katie Lou Samuelson. After taking a year off to give birth to her daughter in August 2023, Sampson rejoined the WNBA. In her farewell interviews with Fever, she said that the physical difficulties of returning to the league after giving birth and managing a baby at the same time made it much harder than she had expected. Samuelson has 1 year left on her contract and is anticipated to make $180,000 from the Fever in 2025. She began the season in the starting lineup at 3, but her stats declined as she was unable to shoot from 3. With Clark taking over at point guard this season, Grace Berger, the 2023 number 7 pick, had a major decline in playing time. As a 2023 all-rookie guard, Berger primarily played garbage time this season. She might benefit from a change of scenery in order to possibly get more playing time elsewhere. Victoria Saxton was chosen in the 3rd round of the 2023 draft. But despite having the Fever for 2 years, she has not yet established herself as a regular rotation player. She scored 5 points in 5 minutes during the regular season finale when the starters were rested due to a fever, which was her finest performance of the year. Christy Wallace was the only Olympian with a fever this cycle, winning a bronze with Australia. Aside from that, she had a mixed season, starting 15 games at the 3 for the Fever and then not playing by the end of the season when Hull replaced her. She still has 1 year left on her rookie contract. With Clark joining the team this season, 10-year WNBA veteran Erica Wheeler is coming off a lucrative 2-year contract that made her the league's highest-paid player in 2023. Wheeler moved from the starting lineup to the bench, but she played a crucial veteran role as a morale booster for Indiana. Wheeler is an unrestricted free agent this summer. What are your expectations? Or more accurately, who do you think the Valkyries will select before the next season begins? Let me know your take.